Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Marcus here again. I want to welcome you to my using this Bengay on my hands. Maybe stop some of those arthritis that's trying to choke the, the muscles out of them. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I was thinking about these problems that we have that's robbing so many of the human race out of life. And it really amazes me that the people who do the most robbing are the ones that's always doing the most critiquing about somebody trying to take something. For instance, there in our country, in the United States of America, our history basically suggests to us, whether it's true or not, that there were a group of people that already lived on this place. In this place, they called natives. They ended up being called Indians. Just so you know who I'm talking about. And they gave us a lot of information about how they took this land from the Indians. Some of it in the history books, some of them they made movies out of. And you saw what they did to the Indians in the movement. But they did it to glorify their power and their ability to take stuff, and be masters. And the people saw it. They didn't even see the pain and suffering that the Indians were caused by being displaced. And so the community was being taught that power is okay, and that abusing other people for your benefit was okay. That's what the community is taught. I know that for a fact because back in my days, all we saw were cowboy pictures. And I used to see the cowboy kicking the Indians' butt. I'd be all for it. And I thought, with my ignorance, that these Union soldiers, I didn't even know, they didn't even tell us anything about the Union soldiers might have been played a part in the freedom, liberation, as much as could be, for blacks who were slaves in America. They didn't show that on TV. They just showed how they abused and took over the Indians. And so I'm thinking, hey, well, we got a place to stay because these folks went out and fought and made a home for us, And I guess that's the way a lot of people think today, that this is what America did, went out and fought for them. That's why they call them patriots, gave them a home, a place to stay. Whether you took it from somebody else or not, it doesn't matter. I guess that's the history of America. Because even today, you catch the politicians or wannabe politicians or people who have some renown, basically stating that the left, Joe Biden, or Democrats want to race America to the bottom, or a race to the bottom, and they're talking about this little small things that Democrats are trying to do. $15 an hour doesn't mean a darn thing. And what can that do for a person trying to live a life of somebody that makes $200 an hour, $500 an hour, $1,000 an hour? Why shouldn't they if they got a job? And why shouldn't they have a job? Well, it's because the people, this system is designed to do exactly what it's doing. So, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to deceive, make you think I'm trying to con anybody. There's nothing you're going to do in this system that's going to fix this system. If you want these problems resolved, if you want to see something fixed, you're going to have to change the system. And changing this system is going to require changes. Changes in the rules. Changes in the rules. If you want to say that every human being on the face of the earth, especially Americans, got a divine right for food, for clothing, for shelter, for education, for health care, if you want to say every last one of them got a divine, well, these things are essential for survival. Now, everybody that's living got a right to survive. They're here. And if they all got a right to survive in common things amongst each of you, then you should be able to guarantee this to one another. Not at a class level or first class all the way down to a bottom class. Everybody should have the same class. So there's no race to the top. It's no race to the bottom. It's just. And how are you going to do this? Putting everybody to work in a career of their own choosing. Well, you put them to work first because they benefit from it. Anybody that benefits from it should play a part in the process. And the part that you play is just as important as any other part because it takes all parts to produce what you finally come up with. It's all essential. Now that you've done this, then you're entitled to benefit from it. And who's to benefit more? No one's to benefit more. They're to benefit as they need, they want, and they desire it. This is why the abundance exists. Everybody producing. Everybody have ownership in all the stuff that exists. Nobody walking around talking about, you know why you got CEOs and all these business? Because it's about a con game, ladies and gentlemen. It's nothing but theft. All of this stuff that you hear about the big CEOs and what they call them and whatever, they're just con game. Even your little small business on the corner, mom and pop business, it's a con game. Everything is about profit. Profit, my friend. You know what profit means? That profit means getting back more. You give something, but you get more back. You give something for something, get more back in value. That's profit. Now, why is someone getting more back than they gave? They worked out a con game. And in that process, you can recognize it all the time because it's going to create pain and suffering from those who are giving more. Those who are giving more are going to be losing constantly losing. And then we're dealing with a process that requires them to constantly engage. So you're constantly losing. And while you're constantly losing, the big shots, the big people who don't have that much to do but come up with these schemes, they're the ones that are making the millions of dollars and getting laid off, getting $1 million contracts and stock options. These are all con games, ladies and gentlemen. It hurts those who vote for Donald Trump. They think Donald Trump is the answer. Donald Trump is one of the biggest devils ever walked the face of the earth. But they don't know that. I see this because I see Donald Trump as a liar. I see him as a cheater. I see him as a thief. I see him as a murderer. And I see all of these guys who know that, who are supporting him, I see them as the same by their actions. See, they try to deceive people by saying the opposite. They say the opposite when it's appropriate. As soon as it's appropriate to switch tails, they switch tails. See, I don't know about you, but I was told that was a demon. That was a liar. That was a devil. That's what I was taught. And I was taught also that an angelic person was the opposite of that. So giving a person $15 an hour is not an angelic person. It's still a devil. A person who's angelic going to make sure that a man at the bottom got exactly what he wants, just like the man at the top. The man at the bottom got just what he wants, just like the man at the top. The man at the bottom was made by the same power that made the man at the top. And the man at the bottom made him to do different things, but not to say one is superior to another, should benefit more life than another. Are you out of your mind? So I wonder sometimes, the white people who says that the black people weren't fully human at one time, I wonder, are they really human? Are they really human? Because they can accept all kinds of pain and suffering on other people. All kinds. Even in America today, with all the pain and suffering, all of the communities dying down, when I speak to you about eliminating this poverty, eliminating the crime and violence, nobody listens. Nobody even want to listen. Look at my page and see how many views I get. Church people don't even want to listen because everybody is sold out on money. There is no money in heaven. There's no money in heavenliness. Money is a trick. Money is bait. Money is bait. It's like an oyster or what? I don't fish. What do you guys fish with? Y'all fish with worms. It's like a worm on a hook, sitting out there to grab a fish. That fish bite that worm, think he got something. What he done? He's hooked. You running there seeking after that money, being millionaires, whatever you do, trying to be a millionaire, billionaire for you. You are just like everybody that's playing with that money because now you got some and you are hooked. And when I start talking to you about making things better, there's no way in your mind you can see that as being better. Not now that you got millions of dollars. You can do what you want to do. And here I am talking about something that you've never seen before in your life. You might have heard about it every now and then, but very seldom. And it involves you not having use of any value in that which you gave your life to, money. I must be out of my mind. And yes, I am. I'm talking about a change system where your money has no value. And your job, your career that you give life to has the greatest value than any amount of money you could ever have. And it entitles you. It entitles you to more than what money can ever buy or the amount of money you could ever amass. I'm telling you about heaven and earth, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I wanted to talk to you about this morning. I wanted to put that in your mind, to realize that you're going to be getting a lot of stuff. You're going to be hearing a lot of Republicans or right-wing conservatives trying to negate everything that the Democrats are trying to do. Not for any good reason, just to blow it up. So when Donald Trump, the devil, when I say devil again, I want you to know I'm talking about by his actions. His actions. His actions. So don't be trying to say that I put horns on his head and fork in his mouth. No, I'm saying his actions does that. That's what his action says. But so they're trying to allow you. You see, even the guys, they're trying to fight for that kind of position. Even if he doesn't get back in, the next candidate want to be coming back on the same old evil lies and bull that people have been, and half of the nation has already accepted that. So that tells you that Christianity has failed. Christianity has not done a thing. Now, why is that? Because the same power that taught that natives didn't have the right to have their land, the same power that told you that blacks were slaves and didn't have were less than human, told you that the Bible said, that the Bible justified all of this. And the preachers who are up there in that pulpit telling you the same thing that those crooks and thieves and robbers had put down on some paper to mess up your mind, because they are doing everything. It was so easy for Trump to come here in 4 years and turn and expose half of this nation for being so evil. And Dr. King had a few years and then took his life under trying to tell you about something good. And you walking around here talking about you got something going on. This is evil, ladies and gentlemen, straight up evil. And I know you want me to tell you, well, this is paradise and everything's going to be all right. I know you want me to lie to you like that. No, I'm not going to lie to you like that. I'll tell you can be that. But it's not that now. And it's not even on the path to that now. More, look, we are on the same path that we were on when Donald Trump was president. The only thing is we've taken our foot off the pedal. We're not going as fast. Donald Trump was going 150 miles an hour. Right now we might be going 60, but we're still on the same path. Ladies and gentlemen, we are still on the same path to hell. Please, please care about yourself. Please understand that the care that you have for yourself, good or bad, is the same that you project to others. And if you can care about one another, you would eliminate the need to lie, to cheat, to steal, to kill, to have terror, to be in war, to have racism and bigotry. You'd recognize that, hey, you can defeat all of that. Why and how? Well, why? It's because it gives you what you've been wanting, what you've been praying for. And how? Changing the rules. Thank you.